Good evening. How do you do? Hi. Tonight, I thought I would taste bourbon that I think I overpaid for. So I walked into my local liquor store and they had this on the shelf. Very, very limited release. Very, very limited release. Oh, like you wouldn't believe. We only got one case of each. And there's like five different finishes or five different bourbons there. This one is a brand that I haven't seen before. It's 15 Stars, fine aged bourbon. This is the second time they've come out with this bottle. Last year, it was a 15-year and 7-year blend of sourced whiskey. And this year, it is a 8-year and 15-year-old bourbon whiskey. And this is an undisclosed distiller. Just says 15 stars without chill filtration. No indication of the blend. It is 107 proof. So for you Weller Antique 107 fans, this could very well be yours for the astounding price of $129.99. About $140 out the door. If you get your Weller Antique 107 for $40, I think that's what MSRP is, right around there. Secondary is $100. Easy peasy. So I'm going to take a quick crack at this bottle and see how I like it. I've had it before. Just giving that disclaimer. Dusty oak and raspberries. Yeah, like a dusty raspberry with a light bit of chocolate on there. That's the first thing that pops out. Dusty oak. Maybe a little bit of honey. A little bit of clove too. Not the most complex nose I've ever smelled. Judging by my first whiff, I'm thinking that I'm going to say the blend of this is like anywhere from 5 to 15%, 15 year. You know, just a thimbleful. And the rest of it is 8 year. That's my guess. I don't have the numbers in front of me. And I have absolutely no inside information to this. But that's what I'm going to guess. It's like anywhere from like 5 to 15%. Let's keep smelling this. Kind of like a brick top walnut almond, like candy coated nuts. I almost get a little bit of Heaven Hill out of this. Almost. Like it's very reminiscent of Elijah Craig Heaven Hill profile. And just a light sweet raspberry there. But not much more to go on the nose. Looks pretty light. The legs look porous, like water would go right through them. But it's got a nice kind of coating. Okay, it's coating the glass a little bit. Let's see what the taste is like. I could be wrong. This could be amazing. Yeah, that dusty raspberry comes up strong. Oak, honey, raspberry, a little chocolate on the end. Extremely light finish. But you get a good lingering taste in your mouth. No Kentucky hug to speak of, hardly at all. It's very smooth. And you could taste just like a dusty film of oak. A dusty film of oak. Like you went into a wood shop and somebody just finished using the power saw and there's just sawdust lightly spread out over the tools. It's like that but with oak. And on top of raspberries. I'm getting a little coconut, like a coconut almond too. I mean, this almost tastes like a Heaven Hill version of Antique 107. Instead of strawberries, raspberries. For $129 though, this was an impulse buy. I don't know if I could tell you that this is worth your money. It's pretty good. It's not barrel proof though. It's only 107 proof, but it's, you know, really nice. I'm not going to say that it's bad. If this were a $40 bottle, I would tell you to get your ass right out there and go buy yourself a bottle, because this is, if it were $40, this is a competitor for Antique 107, but the Heaven Hill version of it. Of course, Heaven Hill has nothing to do with these guys. I don't know the story, but that's just the profile that I'm getting out of it. This is just, I know that this is a Kentucky distiller. These guys they source their whiskey. I know that much. And it says 8 and 15, but they don't give blend. They don't give proportions. They don't tell anybody where they source it. So it was a real impulse buy. Would I buy another one? Yeah, nice mouthfeel too. It's a nice finish, you know. It makes you want to keep sipping on it. And that's the sign of a good whiskey. It makes you want to keep sipping on it. Let's give it a couple drips of water. It's already been watered down. Probably more than they would care to admit for 107 proof. Opens it up a little bit. Makes it light, makes it fruity. If I had to say this, what I would describe this as, just a young tree, or no, a bonsai tree. A bonsai tree sized raspberry bush. Yep. It's full, it's mature, it's miniature, and I don't think it's worth $140 that I paid for it. But do I think it's bad whiskey? Absolutely not. Would I buy another bottle of this? I think that's your answer. Probably not. But am I going to enjoy every last drop out of this $140 whiskey bottle? You bet your butt I will. You bet I will. It's not bad either. Like, it's really not bad. It's delicious. It's great. But I just can't, with good conscience, pay $140 for this when there are so many other cheaper and barrel-proof options that I could get. And who knows how much of this is 15-year. You're pretty much paying for 8-year-old bourbon. If they're going to list 8 and 15 on here, I think you're just paying for 8-year-old bourbon. And if there really was, a common sense approach here. If there really was a fair amount of this blend as 15-year-old whiskey, I think they would disclose that. I think I'm going to take a shot out in the dark here, and I'm going to say if this was predominantly 15-year-old whiskey, they would take a shot and they would just say, look, let's put it on the label. That way people will just go, wow, this is really old. Oh, this is such a steal. But they're just going to take, I'm being cynical here. They take a thimbleful of whiskey that's 15 years old, they put it in the blend, then they put that on the label. But man, did they make this taste good. This is good. If you're a fan of the Heaven Hill profile, this is something right up your alley. And it really is phenomenal for, if I paid, half of what I paid for this, I would think this is a phenomenal pour, and you should absolutely pick it up. And I'm going to finish this off. Yeah. You smell good. trying something different today. I'm going to try to breeze through these because I like to ramble. I like to talk. And I would really like to sit with this whiskey for about a half hour, 45 minutes, and get my bearings with it. But I wanted to try something different. And I wanted to see what I can do and how quickly I can review. And I hope you guys had a wonderful time. I did. And yeah, check it out. See if you like this stuff. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Am I going to spill? Nope. And have a lovely rest of the evening.